Hi, welcome back. I'm Demian Gover. So let's talk about what it means to be successful. What does that mean? Because that's become a, it's gotten a lot of confusion recently. And the idea of success has created a lot of confusion and a lot of conflict in our thinking about what it is that we want to do. And the reason for this is that we look at the behaviors of certain people who we have given like the external definition of success, but there's still some problems with using them and their lives, their actions, as any kind of model for the way we would do things. There's some people who make a lot of money and they're still miserable for all intents and purposes. There are also other people who make a lot of money and they earned that money unethically. And so it is absolutely a truism that money doesn't buy happiness. But it is more frequently the case that it's more true the other way around. It is frequently the case that happiness allows money. So what does it mean to be successful? I've seen some graphics on Facebook that put it this way: say, don't seek success. Success is defined by how other people see you. The world needs more dreamers and lovers and poets and artists, and yes, that's true. But the first statement is not. I remember actually being in grade school and having a lesson, just asking this question: what's your definition of success? And of course, we're 10-year-old kids, and we're thinking about jobs, and we're thinking about money, and we're thinking about doing what you love, and and of course all of those types of ideas come up because we're 10 years old, we don't know anything, and of course, even then, the idea came up, well, it can't just be about money, because we know all kinds of people who have a lot of money and they don't seem to be very successful at anything else. So, that type of success, if there's any success in just earning a lot of money, at the very least, it seems very one-dimensional. There's multiple aspects to yourself as a person. There's all kinds of other things that you want to satisfy yourself as an individual, as a person, through relationships and through things that interest you, and the way you educate yourself, that may or may not have anything to do with money. However, I will say that if you have money, it does make it a whole lot easier to do all of those other things that you wanted to do. Now, I will hear some people say, well, it was when I didn't have any money that I was the most driven and the most passionate and the most motivated. Okay, that's great. That's that's kind of like saying, when you're cold and wet is when you're the most motivated to get warm and dry. And if you started out being warm and dry, then you wouldn't have any motivation to, if you're comfortable, you might just sit there and not do anything interesting. But let's also not say that you need to be starving and hungry, because that's what makes you passionate, and that's that may be a stage that you go through, that may be a stage that you skip, that may be a stage that's not even presented to you as an individual at all, and that's just something that you see other people do. But I'm just going to suggest that success is not defined by how other people see you. Success is purely and totally determined by how you see yourself. And it has, it may end up reflecting increase in earning money. I hope it does for you. Money makes things easier. Money makes things comfortable. Money makes all of the things that you want to do. You know, here's the thing: if there's things that you want to do and you don't have the resources to do them, if you don't generate the resources yourself, you're gonna have to find them from someone else. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's fine too. But when we generate those resources ourselves, there's practically no delay to what we can do. Success is not defined by other people's opinions of what you have outwardly accomplished. I love how Bob Proctor defines success. Bob Proctor defines success as confidently moving in the direction of your goals. If you have a clear vision about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want your life to be like, and you are moving in that direction with courage and perseverance, if you're moving in that direction with confidence, how can anyone say that that is not successful? If you define success by some kind of end goal, then success was just an event. You know, so success happened, and then what? You're successful after that? You know, what happens then when you get bored or you want to create a new goal for yourself? Well, then you have to start all over. And yes, you do have to start all over. And that's a good thing. We should set goals for ourselves. We should achieve those goals. And then we should surpass those goals. We should do something different. And so whenever I see that, the world doesn't need more successful people. It needs more dreamers and lovers and poets. And here I'm reading that and I'm thinking, gee, I sure hope those people are successful at their dreaming and loving and artistry. Because no, success is not determined by other people's opinions about your outward demonstrations. It is completely and totally determined by you. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're successful? Do you feel confident moving in the direction of your goals? If you are, then good for you. If you're not, pay attention. We're going to talk about these things. Thank you. Until next time, I'm Demian Gover.